And now, Splunk's Cybersecurity 60-second charity challenge. Remember the rules. You've got to get through an entire subject in 60 seconds, or you donate to today's charity of choice. Good luck!
So I got ahead of myself. There's one other thing we want to mention, and that is a podcast recording that we're doing. So this is in addition to what we have already with podcasts. So Mick, tell us about this podcast we have coming up.
So our friends at Cyberscoop have a podcast, Safe Mode, and I'm going to go hang out with Elias and talk about cybersecurity and presidential campaigns and recent job posting you may have seen online about the Biden campaign looking for a CISO to lead their efforts there. So we're going to talk about that and just cybersecurity and politics in general. It should be really, really interesting. Looking forward to it. So look for that in January on a Safe Mode, pretty much. Wherever podcasts are, I guess, right?
Yes, wherever you get your
the internet. The podcasts are on the internet.
Yes, it's out there. Okay, that's exciting. I'll definitely listen to that because of all the people to interview, you are a great person to ask about that. So great. So today for our charity challenge, we wanted to wrap up the year, of course, with a year in review, right? With our biggest cyber incidents of 2023. What do you consider to be the most impactful or the most interesting or the largest scale cyber event, whether that be an incident, a vulnerability, some sort of news of 2023? And our charity this week is the ASPCA, helping out with animals. And that's a charity that Katie picked for this week.
Yay, love animals.
Yes, so there you go, ASPCA, great charity. So and if anyone listening, if you have an opinion, feel free to weigh in the chat. Let us know who you think is the winner. And so this time it'll be Katie and I. And who wants to go first? Do you want to go first, Katie? Do you want me to go first?
I feel like you should go first.
Okay. I actually haven't done one of these in a long time, so this will be interesting. But I'm ready whenever.
It's a lot of pressure.
I know. So in October, I actually wrote a blog about what I consider to be the largest attack so far of 2023, and my number one choice has not changed since then. I'll link to it after this when I can focus better. But this was the Move It Transfer breach. This was a campaign by the data extortion group CLOP, which exploited vulnerabilities in the Move It Transfer appliance to rapidly target customers. I believe it's the biggest cyber incident because of the sheer scale. There's actually data to back this up. Emsisoft, which is a New Zealand-based cybersecurity firm, they've been tracking the fallout from this breach. Every day they're updating this blog, which I'll also link to in a minute. As of today, there are more than 2,600 organizations known to be impacted, affecting nearly 84 million people. So it's obviously concerning to see a group like CLOP take advantage of zero-day vulnerabilities in internet-facing software. And make no mistake, they're getting paid, and they could actually reinvest this money to try to find more vulnerabilities, even zero-day vulnerabilities, to continue with the mayhem. And that's why I think it is the worst of the year.
Audra, did you practice that? It was so succinct.
I made bullet points, and I have my my link.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, stop! No, let me put the links in the chat, and then and I feel like I've talked about this enough where I could probably just rant about it on command, without any bullet points. Yes, it's just one of those incidents. All right, Katie, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I am ready. Oh my gosh, we're going. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I knew Audra was going to pick that. So I had to come up with something a little more creative because I would have picked that as well. And I'm going to go with the Dark Beam breach, which happened earlier in the year. So if you don't know, Dark Beam is a company that is most notably known for its risk management offering. So basically the company is to make sure that you guys are protected. So the breach happened as a result of security tools not being password protected. So they had SIMs and different other security tools, weren't password protected. Hacker got in, exposed 3.8 billion logs, which these were the logs that analysts were using to help put a story together to tell people that they had been breached. So really, every way you look at this scenario, it feels like insult to injury. But I think overall, it's a good illustration that human error can be just as bad as intentional hacking.
Oh, wow. That was good. That was really good.
I feel good about it, Audra.
Yes.
I feel good.
That's good.
Yes. And your timing was perfect too.
Yay!
Yes. So in the chat, does anyone have an opinion? Mick, what do you think? Are you going to judge? Or
I
Daniela?
am. I will judge.
Okay.
Oh,
I I I want to give it to you, Audra, because when you said I'm gonna post links in the chat, I believe the
got
kids
'em.
that receipts just bam.
I feel like there's a butt coming. Is there a butt?
But Katie, for being so rusty at this, because when's the last time you hung out with us on the show? It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
You
It's been a
crushed the
minute.
timing.
Mhm.
And that was the big hack that nobody heard of because
That's
oh,
true.
it's just the data. So I will call the last 60-second challenge of 2023 a tie.
A tie?
That's fair. That
Okay.
is fair.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take a tie. And that means all the more money for the ASPCA, right? So it's a win-win.
Well,
When-
Ryan did sing that song at comp, so I feel like we have to kick back a little bit. A
Yeah.
little bit extra.
Right.
Where's the Sarah McLachlan sad song?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was
If he
thinking.
was here, he would definitely sing it. I'm not going to, but you can just imagine Ryan singing. Yeah. Just let that be how we end today's episode with that in your mind. I think that's all we have, though, right? Anything else you want to mention, Mick, before we say goodbye?
No, this is our last show of 2023, Coffee Talk. So it has been a pleasure and a privilege truly to hang out every 2 weeks with everyone. And hopefully it's
Aw.
been entertaining and slightly fun. And, to paraphrase Murrow, good afternoon and good luck.
Yes, that's a good way to leave it. And we'll be back next year, right? That's the
In
plan.
a new year.
In the new year, we'll be back 2024 with more Coffee Talk on Tuesdays. So stay tuned for that, and definitely stay tuned for the security detail, January 3rd. Be sure to tune in. So with that final plug, we'll say goodbye. And thank you so much, Katie,
Thanks for having
for
me.
coming by. All right. Bye, everyone.
Surge.